What's up, everyone? It's Nothing is Perfect. I'm Russell Holiday, and we are live again. Yes, we are live. I think we're live. I hope we're live. Looks like there's a bunch of people in chat, so I'm going to assume that we are live. Although we shouldn't assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me. So, hello, everyone. It is September the 9th. That means it's 9925, and we're live. We're live in the new studio. I'm sorry I haven't unpacked yet. We got the bar unpacked, but we haven't unpacked all of the stuff that goes on the shelf. So it's a little bare back there, but we will be live again later this week, which we'll talk about more. And as usual, I am getting ahead of myself. So let's take a quick second just to chat about what we're going to be doing today, shall we? All right. So we're going to say hello to all you beautiful people who are already in chat waiting for this stream to get started. And then we're going to talk about the boys being back in town. Yes, the boys are back in town. It's very, very cool. Got some interviews coming out. So originally, we were going to have Dustin Boydell on. I have bad news to start off. Dustin Boydell will not be able to make it tonight. He's running late. He was playing golf today. The tournament took a little bit longer than he wanted. But remember, the next time that we have him on, we're going to have him talk about the tournament that Dustin Boydell just won. So get excited. I'm hoping to have him on the next stream, which we'll talk about. So we're going to go through a few different things. We're going to go through some projections from Mr. J Fresh. So J Fresh has gone in and done his predictions for next year for all the different divisions. We're going to go through and talk about the best body checker in NHL 26. We're going to talk about the best players against the Seattle Kraken because they are going to be our rivals sooner rather than later, hopefully. And then we're also going to chat about the prospect showcase that's coming up on Saturday. And then as well, I'm going to go through and we'll go through a quick rundown of everything that was talked about by the go ahead and remove that. We're going to go ahead and summarize all the different answers that were given by the Canucks at the most recent media availability, which is at the Jake Milford annual golf tournament that has already happened last weekend. So we'll go through a little bit of what the players were talking about in their first interview of the year. And so that's going to be the plan for tonight. I welcome as much as you guys want to get involved. You can always throw a message in chat. You can, send me a message on Instagram or Twitter if you need to, or X or whatever the heck you want to call it. But let's start off by saying hello to all the beautiful people that are in chat, ready to get started here. And then I think, before I even turned on the computer, Swerve and Irvin was in here farming XP, making sure he's got his whole thing going on. Let's see if so it looks like Big Hug was second in the chat, and then Zach was in the chat, and then Swervin was in the chat a whole bunch, and then Big Hog was also back in the chat, so welcome Big Hog. And then Hachiko was here and said ban Swervin and Big Hog. Hachiko's trying to ban Swervin and Big Hog. And then Calvin99 Charlie says, let's go! And then Swervin said, the stream hasn't even started yet. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, it's not spamming. He's farming, right? Calvin99 Charlie's here. Swervin Irvin is here. Canucks, Captain Canucks 99. Emmanuel's back in chat. Nice to see you, buddy. JK. Oh, wait, let me change my name back. Okay. New PFP, new name, and it's Emmanuel. Rate my Canucks strip on my PFP. And then the first thing we can see is KJ Brazy. Jesus Christ, Irvin. Laughing and crying. Welcome, KJ Brazy. Nice to see you. And then KJ Brazy says 10 out of 10, bud. And let's take that opportunity. I'd like to propose a toast to evil. Yeah, we're still drinking coffee. It's 7 o'clock and I got home late for work. So we're having our night coffee a little bit later than normal. I hope that's okay with you guys. It is a proper label though. I am the #1 Canucks fan. So not a bad way to do it. Big Mac in the house. What's up, Big Mac? Yo, what's shaking, everyone, says Big Mac. And then Big Mac says, nice, Emmanuel. Goaltenders unite. And then Big Mac says, can't remember a specific instance I can quickly say, but just playing during resets would be my go-to. And then Mike Torrance is in the chat, says, Russ Crew. What's up, Mike Torrance? How's it going, buddy? Okay, I'll unblock you when that happens. And then he waves. Swervin's out here waving. Big Mac says, Mike! And his name is Robert Paulson. Sorry, Jay. Didn't realize at the time. Haha! And then Mike Torrance is like, Oompa Loompa hair. Yeah, look at this. Look at this Oompa Loompa hair. I can't control it, people. This is what it is naturally. We're going to get a haircut eventually here. But right now, we're just letting the flow go. Oompa Loompa doopity-dee. What do you guys think about PD? Swervin' Irvin. Big Mac 133. His name is Robert Paulson. Mac, Irvin, Hachiko, says Mike Torrance. Andrew in the house. Hope you're all doing very well. Nice to see ya, Andrew. Always good to have you in chat, buddy. And then Big Mac 133 says, there's nothing to stay out of, Emmanuel. Settle down. Captain Canuck 99. We having beef for life, Swervin. And then KJ Brazy says, Sherwood's ability to throw a clean hit is abundance. In abundance is unmatched. Yeah, I agree with that statement. 100%. The thing is that he doesn't have that many penalty minutes too, right? Like, let's look him up. Kiefer Sherwood. There's his face. Look at him on the Ducks. I didn't even know he played for the Ducks. Oh my God. Let's look at him last year. I understand, okay? So last season, penalty minutes. He only had 35 penalty minutes all year long. Kiefer Sherwood set the NHL record for most hits in a single season since it's been recorded, and he only had 35 penalty minutes. So 100%, I agree with you. KJ Brazy, back to the bar. And then Mike Torrance is like, Fight Club Mac! Yeah. What are we about to have a throwdown? Big Mac, no, play nice. Haha, winky face. And then Big Mac 133 says, right, Mike. Sorry I missed that during the stream. Oh, sorry. To evolve! And then KJ Brazy says, salutations, all. Captain Canuck says, 2. Damn. And then Andrew says, night coffee. Yeah. I'm drinking it's a hazelnut vanilla. It's quite tasty. Just a little bit of milk, no sweetener. I'm already sweet enough. Is this hair you're going to be rocking all season? I think we're going to keep on growing it out. Like, it's pretty wild right now. I am probably going to get a bit of a cleanup because it is kind of uneven and stuff. So I'll have my my hairdresser work with it a little bit. But yeah, we're going to continue to grow it through the season. We're going to see how long I can grow without wanting to shave my head, because it has been a while since I have grown it out. But you can't see like there's just the ridiculous curls on it, right? Like, I always forget how wavy my hair is, and then I grow it out. Evil, says Captain Canuck. KJ Brazy, Russ rocking the founding fathers high. And then I got my gob shirt on too, right? I do homeschool, guys. You homeschool, bro? Does that mean your mom teaches you? Hair. Oh, yeah. Rocking the founding fathers hair. Oh, yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, I could. I look like someone from the 1800s, too. But I need some kind of a hat. I have multiple hats here. Okay, so if I put one hat on this side and one hat on this side, then I can get that whole, like, right? Suddenly I'm wearing, like, one of those hats that's like I'm, what's his face? The famous detective. No shit, Sherlock. Sherlock is the one I was thinking about. To evolve! Yeah. Congrats. Nice hair, dude, brother. Thanks, my dude. Brother. Milosh in the chat. What's up, Milosh? Nice to see you, buddy. Hey, Russ. Hope all is well. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm very excited. We're very excited. The NHL season is upon us. I can feel it. Keep the flow growing. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's keep it going for now. And then Big Mac says, congrats, Petey. He just got married, right? Yep. Absolutely correct. Okay, let's do a poll question. Because we haven't started one yet. Let's see. What member of the Canucks is your dark horse breakout? Okay. So here's the so which player on the Canucks is your dark horse to break out with a career year? We're gonna go EP40. We're gonna go Cheadle. We're gonna go Besser. And we're gonna go Demko. All right, so first poll question there for you guys. Which player on the Canucks is your dark horse to break out this with a career year? So who's gonna have their best season of the year ever? In Pick Freddy with Trust! His only trophy, his trophy wife. Ah, yeah, his influencer Instagram model wife. Must be tough for him, eh? But I can't talk. My wife is way too good for me. Pettersson's getting married and gaining weight. He's having a full-on mid-age crisis. Yeah, he's far too young to be having that kind of a midlife crisis. Pettersson's dad bod incoming. Yeah, can you imagine? He gained 6 kilos, but it's all in his beer gut. Please block me, Swervin. I don't want to hear your stupidness. Wow. Why are you so mad, Emmanuel? Woody's got that big lumber energy. Swervin's blocked. Swervin's laughing. Guys, Big Mac, and then we donate our hair to cancer. You and me, Russ. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Why not? Get some nice curly hair for someone who needs it. That's a good idea. No, I should have a school, but I use it from home. No, I have a school, but I use it from home. So do you go to school sometimes, Emmanuel, or just always homeschool? Emmanuel getting a detention is him sitting in the living room with no Wi-Fi. Yep. That would be a good way to do it, right? You have too nice of teeth to be a founding father. I know. If I was missing a couple more, I'm missing one, but you guys can't see it because it's this one. Too many pucks to the face, I guess. Mike Torrance. McDavid no-term comment was way too funny. I mean, if you think we're freaking out about Quinn Hughes right now, imagine how Edmonton fans are feeling about their captain. DeBrusk. Mike Torrance is saying DeBrusk is the breakout. DeBrusk or Garland, says Big Mac. Oh, fair enough. Just thinking about Shane Gillis now. Who is Shane Gillis? Let's Google it. He's a comedian. Oh, okay. Shane Gillis is a comedian, I guess. But I've never heard of him. Back to the bar. Are you streaming the upcoming Canucks versus Kraken prospects game? That is the perfect way to segue into the next thing, Swervin. Thank you very much. Yes, we will be live on Saturday. I'm hoping, I haven't seen anything yet. Other than this, they have released this, which is the roster for the Canucks against the Kraken. So let's just get this stuff off the screen so you guys can see it a little bit better. So they just released this today. This is the roster for the Canucks versus Kraken game. So you will have Jonathan Lekkerimäki playing. Vilmer Alriksson, the big boy, can make this even a little bigger for you. So Lekkerimäki, you guys know. Vilmer Alriksson, remember, he's the guy who is a massive son of a gun. Let's look him up for you. Ooh, Alriksson. There we go. So you remember this gentleman. 6'6", boys. He's 6'6", and he'll be playing for the Canucks soon enough. 214 pounds. He's only 20. So he will be playing at the Prospects game. Yeah. Gabriel Sherratt is a younger guy you probably haven't heard of. Riley Patterson, he's the one we were talking about a couple weeks ago. He's actually holding out on his junior team, trying to get traded, but has been absolutely ripping it up down there in the OHL. So, but he's looking to get traded. Josh Bloom is another young guy. Hasn't really panned out yet, but they're working on him. Ben Berard, I don't know him. Braden Coots, the first round draft pick for the Canucks this year, will be playing. Jakub Oreskovic, Aaron Obo Abafo. Be careful with this one. Jackson Coons, Cooper Walker, Kieran Deriv. And then we've got Joel Arston, Tom Willander. So Tom Willander will be playing. Zach Sanhu, Elias Pettersson, sorry. The defenseman, he will be playing as well. Sawyer Minio, who is on the rise, good Canadian defenseman. So he will be playing in the Prospects game. I have a feeling Sawyer ends up playing in the AHL this year for the Abbotsford Canucks. So it'd be cool to see him. Kirill the Thrill Kudratsev will be playing. Xander Velres and Parker Alkos. Parker is a guy who's getting a little bit older, but got a good prospect. And then the cool thing is, too, we're going to see Medvedev, who's the brand new goaltender that they drafted in the second round, I believe it was, the first pick in the second round. And then Koskevio, Vuo. I can't say it. I'm sorry. We'll have to work on that. But we got our two prospects goalies playing as well. So they are going to be playing on, let's have a look here. Canucks versus Kraken Prospects game. Rookie camp begins midweek with medical and fitness testing. Our preview as prospects hit the ice Thursday and Friday before the weekend prospect showcase against the Vancouver Rookies. Yeah, so tickets are available. They're playing in Everett. It'll be a 6 p.m. start. Let's actually hop over. Does the Canucks.com, I haven't seen anything yet from them. So they have put this. Let's see if ahead of the prospects, the group will practice in Abbotsford on Thursday, September 11th and Friday, September 12th at 10:30 a.m. each day. The team will then travel to Everett, Washington to take on the Seattle Kraken's prospects on Saturday, September 13th at 6 p.m. before heading to Seattle for the second half of a back-to-back on Sunday. So they're playing two games, which I'm literally just finding out about right now. So they're actually playing two games. So that means we're going to be live on Saturday and Sunday, because we're going to be live for both of them. This is the roster once again. But is there, do we know, is it going to be, does anyone know, is this going to be aired on Canucks.com? I really hope it is. So there is going to be two games. We're finding this out together. If I'm McDavid, I sign with the Sharks. McPoopy a 50-50 walking. Yes, he's hilarious. Yeah, I've never heard of that comedian. Shane Gillis. Will you do some more member stuff this season? Maybe some select Canuck games or post-game stuff with Dustin? Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be doing some more stuff for the members once we get ramped up into the regular season. Absolutely. The Sharks are going to be dangerous until everybody wants to get paid. Laugh out loud. Yeah. If they don't start getting good soon, they're going to be in trouble. Hachiko Pens would have room for him, I think. Yep. McDavid could sign with the Pens. I think they've got a ton of cap space. Can I sort this by cap space? Yeah, so we're talking about places that McDavid could end up. So the Pittsburgh Penguins currently have $13 million in cap space, which is probably a little low for what he's going to demand because, you know, it's McDavid, right? I think the max he can make is like $19 million or something like that. So that the Ducks have the space, the Blackhawks have the space. But at the end of the day, if it's McDavid and he actually is talking about wanting to win, I feel like he's probably going to want to go to a team that has a good chance of winning. So who knows though? But yeah, these are all the highest salary caps left. Like, I mean, even Nashville still has almost 10 million. San Jose's got about 10 million. So with a little bit of move, you never know. But yeah, $19 million might be stiff. Back to the bar. Mike, then they will once Crosby goes to the Sharks too. But Chico's dreaming out here. 6'6", 214. Nice. Yeah, KJ Brazy. He's a big boy. We got Josh Bloom in a trade. Which trade tree is that on? So this is Josh Bloom. He's 6'2", 282 pounds. Look at that mullet. Oh my God. He was drafted by Buffalo, 95th overall in the 3rd round. And then, so he was playing for whom? I guess he hasn't played in the NHL yet. But we must have got him from Buffalo at some point. Maybe that was for the... Maybe that was for... Was it the... Oh, what's his face? I can't remember his name. And it's drafted by Buffalo. It was a Riley Stillman trade. That's what it was. So he got traded for Riley Stillman, which was kind of a cap dump. I think. Yeah. No, you're right. Preseason tryouts should be pretty intense this season. Yes. Oh, yeah, because, you know, we got the one here. See that? 2025 Calder Cup champs, Abbotsford Canucks. So the thing is we got a bunch of guys who are going to be coming into camp that have this in their trophy case now. Right? So that's the thing, is we're going to have a bunch of people with rings on their fingers that are going to be telling the Vancouver Canucks what it was like to win a championship. Yeah, watch the pronunciation on Kuntz. Absolutely. That one's going to get me in trouble if he ever makes the team. Big Mac, I'm sure Russ will do more members content, though restricting content isn't a good model. The more the merrier. Yeah, so we'll create more content. But this is the thing, is this new setup, which isn't totally, you know, the shelves are empty. We got to stock the shelves again. But this new setup that Dubby has allowed me to do in his room is going to make it way easier for us to make more content. So this year we should be able to make way more content, which is going to be great. Be cool to see Willander play. Yes, I can't wait. Because that's what some people are saying, right? Like, maybe Willander makes the team. Okay, so we'll give the poll question a little bit more time. But I think I got another good poll question for us. So what do we got here? Actually, you know what? Let's end this poll. Let's start a new one. So for the poll question, the first one of the show, I asked you guys, which player on the Canucks is your dark horse to break out with a career year? EP40, 50% of you. Calling EP40. Heedle getting 25%. Besser getting 18%. Demko getting 6%. So we got EP40. People are feeling EP40, eh? He puts on that extra weight, and then all of a sudden we're feeling good about it. Okay. Here we are. Which prospect? Guess I should spell that properly. Okay. So I've got a couple here. So we're going to put Coots in there. Some people are talking about that. We're going to put Willander in there. Right? Who else should we put on this list that has a chance? I mean, like Elias Pettersson, I'm not going to put on this list because he is pretty much a shoo-in already. And then let's go with Leckermacky. Got to make sure I've got all the spelling proper here. And then the other prospect that might make the team. Let's go other. And then comment in chat. Cool. Next poll question. Which of these prospects you think will make the team? So we should win this game, right? Yeah, we probably should. I bet you our prospect pool is a little deeper than Seattle, at least. So let's see, because speaking of prospects, this wasn't actually on the docket for today, but I did see this on Reddit, which is about the prospects and how they're rated amongst the league. Let's see here. Here it is. So this is from Elite Prospects. So if we're looking at this, the Seattle Kraken are actually ahead of us when it comes to top end talent. So according to this, NHL affiliated player rankings, team by team breakdown, including honorable mentions. So the top 100 skaters ranked. So the Seattle Kraken have 7 of them. The Canucks only have 4. But I feel like there's a couple guys on this prospects roster that we've been looking at, which are very close to being NHL ready. Like Leckermacky looks like he's pretty ready. Coots is going to be interesting, right? Does he go back and dominate the WHL again, or does he play 9 games with the Vancouver Canucks? Willander might make the team. DPD probably makes the team, right? When it comes to goaltenders, obviously not likely for those guys to make it, but yeah, back to the bar. Are you streaming the game or just doing a watch along? We'll see. We'll see. I think I might try and stream the game, but we'll see if it's even being broadcast because there's been little to no information about it. It's pretty crazy. Rip, I missed most of it. Calvin 99 Charlie. Inprick Fairy Trust. Is Price going to play? No. Price will not play in San Jose. He is done. You know he'll play. He'll play on crutches. Yeah, Carey Price would have to play on crutches if he wanted to actually play. He'd definitely have to play on crutches, which is not a successful model for a goaltender. KJ Brazy, I think McDavid is the kind of guy that will take a pay cut for a cut. Yeah. I mean, he could sign with any team he wants and they'll give him max, but more than likely he's the kind of guy who, like you said, is going to take a pay cut because he just lost 2 Stanley Cups. There isn't anyone in this league that's going to be more hungry than Connor McDavid, I don't think. Because apparently he was training like a crazy person in the summer too, right? So then the Sharks win the cup, guaranteed. If Price played. I mean, if you had prime Carey Price, you never know. Don't wash the load, son. Don't wash it. What does that even mean? Maybe they can pay McDavid under the table. Kawhi Leonard style? Is that what they were doing? Isn't that against the rules? That's cap circumvention, isn't it? Cap circumvention. Do it, insidious voice. Do it. Do it. Let the hate flow through you. I don't know. Did I do a pretty good Darth Sidious or whatever it is? Do it. I'm still mad at Kawhi. We would have repeated. Yeah, and didn't his sister like murder someone or something too? Riley Stillman, yeah. Rush should get the mullet going. I mean, I probably could, right? Like, look at the size of this back here. I'll just shave the sides of my head like this. And then I've got that sick mullet going on. Mullet for the win. I wonder, could I have a mullet in the front and in the back? I'm okay with losing Sherwood if we can get a centerman, a competent one. Sherwood, man. I guess he's in his last... Is he in the last year of his contract? I think he is, so we'll have to re-sign him. If he scores another 20 goals, I don't think we're going to have the money to re-sign him, unfortunately. When did Abbotsford win the cup? 2025! Reigning Calder Cup champions! Woo! 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 Yeah, right there. Says it right on there. Calder Cup 2025. Pretty sick, right? Yeah, I've got so much stuff, right? I've got all these things now. The office is in disarray. It's 28 mil thing with Kawhi. OM Josh. Sherwood is a good player, but he is 30, so a trade would be okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right, Mike. I was thinking he ends up just walking in free agency, but then we have a look at this. Thanks for the segue, Mike Torrance. Kiefer Sherwood, number 1 in the entire NHL 26 roster at 95 overall when it comes to hits. Set the NHL record for most hits in a single season and still only had 35 penalty minutes. So they released a bunch of these numbers. Obviously, we could look at Quinn Hughes being the best defenseman on his side of the ice. We could look at that kind of thing. But this is the one that really stuck out for me. So Kiefer Sherwood, number 1 in NHL 26 when it comes to hits overall. And I am debating, because we did actually, we did talk about that. I put a poll question out. Let's see. We can even check that right now. Let's check the poll question from, it was yesterday I put this up. See where we're at. Okay, yep. So yesterday I asked you guys, should I buy NHL 26 to make content for this channel? 61% of you have said, yup. 22 have said, nope. And then 12 said, buy it so I can kick your ass. What? And then comment below. Oh, wow, you got a lot of comments down there too. Content is good. Can't wait since they stole the oat channels. 42 dead. Only if you play as Toronto Maple Leafs and then run the team into the ground. I don't need to do that because it's already been done, Swervin. That's what they're doing themselves. Make a Canucks hut team if you dare. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think the general consensus is you guys do want me to buy NHL 26. And I am leaning towards that. So I have one of my buddies at work who's actually testing it out because he bought the deluxe edition. So he will be letting me know how it is. Oh, I think Evander Kane may be a dark horse this season too. That is a good point. Yeah, I could see him. Because what is he? I think the running joke is, what is he, like 50 goals away from 400, I think it is. So if he gets 50 goals this year, he'll have 400 goals in his NHL career. But let me just double check that. He's got 326. Oh, yeah. No, he's quite far off then. He'd need 74 goals this year to hit 400. But I mean, even if he hits like, 30, 40 goals, that's going to be good looking. I missed Calvin99 Charlie's comment. What was the comment? Colin, my bad. He's made a team already. Kane's a good pick. Back to the bar. Blue Jays walk off. The Blue Jays win again. I'm sure you know who I voted for. I wonder. Does that mean win, Big Hog? I'm new with baseball. Consider me a bandwagon. Ha ha! Lava Lad. I always see Russ on Reddit. What? Yeah, I found out the other day that I'm a top 1% commenter on the Canucks Reddit, apparently, so. Walk-off home run, yeah. Oh, I see. Braden Coochie. That's like his porn name, right? I've decided to make Jacksonville Jaguars my NFL team. How did you come to that conclusion, Ichigo? Can I ask? Sick. I talk with the guy that drops off the keg to my work about the Blue Jays. Got someone to chat with about it, eh? Oh, is that our prospects? Where did they come from? I know some of them. Yeah. So this is the list again, Calvin. So that's all the prospects that are going to be playing this weekend. So we're actually playing 2 games. So we're playing in Everett on Saturday, and then on Sunday we're playing in Seattle. But yeah, a lot of these names you'll recognize. We can even here. I'll pull up Canucks.com. They have the full list of them and where they're from. Yeah, so Vilmer Ulrichsen, Ben Berard from Duncan, BC, Josh Bloom from Ontario. Yeah, some big boys too, right? 6'6", 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", 6'2", 6'2", 6'3". So yeah, look at this. The entire defense, no one's shorter. The shortest guy is 6 foot, and then everyone else is 6'1" and up, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so a lot of these guys we'll get to see this weekend, which will be great. Back to the bar. Can you try to get Bruce Buffer to announce we are live? Bruce Buffer. Can you try to get Bruce Buffer to announce we are live? Bruce Buffer. Who's Bruce Buffer? Oh, this is the guy. Bruce Buffer is like, and in the red corner, weighing in at a big 345 pounds, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. I don't know if I'll be able to get Bruce Buffer, but I was actually trying to get the Canucks guy to do some stuff for me, so. Jags are 1-0 when I supported them. This team is going to the Super Bowl. Can you imagine, Hachiko? You pick a team and then they immediately win? Do hope the Jays have a strong September finish. Yeah, we're all hoping for that, Mike. But I'm also a little worried because sometimes they like to poop the bed. Sometimes that's how it goes. I think Carlson is the prospect that makes the team. Colin Whitehead, I agree. Yeah, I think Carlson's a shoe-in. But I feel like he may be the 12, 13. Like he might come in and out, but we'll see. He might come into training camp and show them how a championship player plays. McPoopy Devan, yeah, he'd be a really good second line center for us. McDavid turning into a junkie who needs his Stanley Cup fix. Colin, my bad. He's made the team already. Oh, yeah. So Carlson signed a one-way contract. So he either plays for the Canucks or the Vancouver Canucks, or he has to go through waivers. Stick it to my veins! Maybe McDavid can sign to Florida Panthers and lose in the finals to the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, Swervin. 100%. Can't be all party. That is true. Gotta have all work and no play. Russ missed my comments. I'm sorry. Yeah. I think you re-put it in the chat, right? So we'll get to it. Malt like Tom Hanks' son in Nobody 2. By the way, I was joking about the Abbey Cup. We were all here. You got me, Perkvetti. You got me for sure. Whoa, Sherwood is the Dustin Brown of Chell, 26. Yeah, Dustin Brown. Man, that guy knew how to hit. What was the comment, Calvin? Calvin, I don't see any of those options making the team this year, but I see Willander, Lekermacki getting time on the Canucks this year, but mostly in the AHL. Willander and Lekermacki getting time. Yeah. I think I agree with you on that one, Colin. What's all about Sherwood? Is that why y'all was talking about him? We were talking about him because he's got the #1 rating in NHL 26 when it comes to hits. Sherwood is rad, but he's not the best hitter. He's got the most hits. Bob Bluger saying quality over quantity. Welcome, Bob Bluger. Nice to see you. KJ Brazy, remember when Dustin Brown ran over Daniel? Yep. He almost ended his career. As long as you don't suck. Laughing and crying. Winky face. Kane is 50 away from 350. EA Sports Dustin Brown was vicious. You could actually use him to injure opposing players, which with ridiculous frequency. So I'm assuming you were using that to your advantage, Swervin? In Pick Freddy We Trust, I am biased. I didn't want to hear him, want him to leave the Jets, but I get it. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Can't always have the players that you want. Sorry, I was off a bit. I just heard it on Sir Harrison Price. That's why I said it. Russ, I asked you what you think about Sherwood asking for a big contract. I mean, he scored 20 goals, right? And once you hit that 20 goal plateau, suddenly things change. Because 20 goal scorers make quite a bit of money, and especially if you got that physical presence that you were. I guess, I mean, he hit 19, but close enough, right? Career year for him, 40 points, which is, almost half of his whole career last year. So I think he will ask for a big contract because he probably deserves it. He works his butt off, so you can't fault a guy for wanting to make the money that he's deserved, right? But again, there might not be money for the Canucks to sign him, so we'll see. Ooh, 6'6" big boy Vilmer! Laugh out loud. Calvin, I would pay Sherwood $4.5 to $5 million over 5 years. I like his play style. I mean, what is that? Is that pretty close to what Dakota Joshua got, right? Can he replace Dakota Joshua? Which I think he can, because I think Kiefer Sherwood's probably a little more physical than Dakota Joshua. I would probably sign the contract. No big contracts ever have been a problem in Vancouver. Never. We've never had a problem with big contracts. Speaking of big boys, where's Ravinsky's? I think he is still out of North America. Yeah, he's 6'2", so he's a big boy too. Undrafted out of Latvia. Yeah, he's probably over in Latvia right now, I'd bet. 22. So yeah, I don't know. He might make his way over to North America eventually, but it does not appear that they listed him here. So I'm not sure. I guess they couldn't get everyone out. Calvin sounds like Chico. Laugh out loud, JK. Colin, I would too, but we need a center more. But then we lose an excellent piece. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? We lost JT Miller, but our defense is one of the best in the league now, right? We're probably more deep than we were when we had JT Miller on defense and on the forward rank. So at the end of the day, you create a hole in the 2C when JT Miller leaves, but suddenly you're a deeper team. He's the UFC guy, always says, and we are live. Go to bed, KJ, laugh out loud. I just like the big boys. My team on franchise mode is like that, laugh out loud. The bigger, the better. Colin Whitehead, I would rather lose Hoglander and Mancini than Sherwood. Don't say that in front of Hachiko. Hachiko might cry. Bruce Buffer is on Cameo, a bit expensive. Yeah. You're better to off hiring Bruce Boudreau. Crowdfund 50,000 so he'll do it. Is it actually $50,000? That's crazy. Let's look this up. He is $500 Canadian. That's not too bad. It's $500 for a personal message and $13,843 for a business message. So if I wanted him to say something for the stream, it'd be 13, almost 14 grand Canadian. We do not have that budget. I will not lie. That's like $150,000 Canadian. Al Murdoch is on Cameo too. He and Bruce Boudreau charge about 80 or 90. Yeah. Yeah. Al Murdoch is the one that I'm thinking about reaching out to see if he will do some stuff for us. Yeah, he's yeah, they're all doing this now. They've split it up. So personal messages are 125 and then business messages are 484. Huh. So he's increased his prices. I missed out. It used to just be 125, but I guess you got too many people reaching out to be like, "Hey, can you voice over this thing for me?" Which makes sense, right? If McPoopy came to Vancouver, would he be 2C or 1C? He would be the 1C. Yeah. Zach in the chat. What's up, Zach? 1C says KJ. Yeah. Soup Gang. Gary Wiseman in the chat. What's up, Gary Wiseman? Nice to see you, buddy. If McBaby makes our team, I'd put PD beside him on the left wing. That's actually not a bad idea. Move PD to the wing. Soup Gary says Big Mac. And then Soup Gang. In Pick Freddy We Trust, he'll have to battle in training camp for a roster spot against Bluger and Ratu. In a wild turn of events, the Canucks have actually put Connor McDavid in the press box days after signing him to a max deal. Watching Alien Earth after this. Alien Earth. Oh, yeah. The new show that they're doing based on the Alien universe, right? Is it good, Mike? Because I'm a sci-fi guy, so might have to check it out. Soup Gang! Yeah, training camp, not trading camp. Live long and prosper. Gary Wiseman in the chat. Welcome, buddy. Van Isle Beauty. Harry Dumps and Mandy Blumpkins are the best hitters. From your team, right? To be honest here. Let's be honest. Sensei Dean, why? Do not trade Sherwood. He is money. That is true, Sensei. I don't know if I want to trade a man who has that many hits under. Kane's goals was 326. He's 24 away from 350. Yeah. Quick maths. Colin Whitehead. I still think we should trade Hoglander, Mancini, and a second rounder for Boston to Boston for Zaka. I wonder if they would do that. I wonder if they would, because I feel like they're worried to get rid of another center out of Boston. Van Al Beauty, KJ, your thumbnail is awfully similar to my custom login on NHL 25. Yeah, KJ with his custom symbol. Where is it here? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, very cool. For my club, you got the idea from that. Colin Whitehead, Calvin, I know now. I heard he was 50 away from 350 on Carson Price. I just heard something get knocked over. I wonder if my dog is doing something. I'll be right back. Oh, Dobby's just sleeping under the table. Weird. Color schemes for E to 2C. And that's going to make it even harder to get, right? Cheers, y'all. Cheers, Van Al. Mac. Cheers, broski. Sup, Thomas? Colin, that's why I don't listen to them old farts. They be senile. Laugh out loud, JK. Tweevil, cheers. Woodsy definitely deserves 4 to 5 million, in my opinion. Yeah, you're probably right. Tweevil! Bob Luger's like, Latvia! Oh, I thought Ravinsky was bigger. My bad. Nah, I mean, 6'2" is still pretty big, man. 6'2" is a big boy. He plays big. Got it off Google. Laughing and crying. What would we do without Google? Colin Whitehead. Calvin, I don't mind Sakaris and Price, but I hate their chat. It is so negative all the time. It's hard not to be, but yeah. Nice, KJ. Yeah, it's dank. Colin, that's why I left their chat. I was getting toxic AF. Laugh out loud. They have no mods over there. Ah, so they just have the Wild West, eh? Hell nah. I think Hoggy has upside. Hey, what's up, Russell? How's it going, fangirl? Nice to see you on this stream on Tuesday night. We're just chatting about some of the latest Canucks stuff that's been going on. Did you see the roster they released? Hi, fangirl. Calvin, yeah, they need a couple more mods to keep remove the trolls. Sup, fangirl? Hi, Big Mac. 15,000 is crazy work. Yeah, can you imagine? Everybody needs more mods. Yeah. Calvin, I hate the ones that think they are so much smarter than management and real fans, not bandwagons fans like they all seem to be. Yeah, there's a lot of that, though. There's a lot of bandwagoning around this Canucks team because it's a roller coaster ride. Like, sometimes you're like, man, these guys are so good. And then other times you're like, holy cow, this team sucks. They missed the playoffs again. Todd Peterson, Hoglander will need a bounce back season. We need him to play like he was at the end of the year. Not the beginning of the year, because he began the year and it was ass. And then he got better. Andrew, I'm going to play some Motortown after this before bed. Motortown. Ah. You can just drive around, bro. That's my kind of game. We can't even afford to pay McDavid along with Hughes. Correct. Yeah, let's save our money for Hughes. We don't need to buy it McDavid. Let's talk a draft. We have 30 days to prep. Oh, man. Do we do a nothing is perfect hockey pool for the regular season? Do we do a nothing is perfect hockey pool? Alien Earth has its ups and downs. Fair enough. Yes, sir. Gary Wiseman, we should deploy McDavid as a grinder. We have a history of ginger pests in Vancouver. Cook, Cowan, Torres. That is correct. He would be the next pest. Motortown. Is that just motorboating, Andrew? Laugh out loud. Send McDavid out headhunting. just throwing elbows into people's chops. And hire Mark Crawford to coach him. Yeah, so we can tell him to injure people. Oh no, Russ's new house has ghosts. No, I think it was Dubby. He's laying underneath the dining room table, and there's like some glass vases on there. And I think when he laid down, he jarred the table, and they went. Plot twist is just a ghost queefing. What? Yeah, that'd be like a scary movie moment, right? Nah, it's driving game where it's open world sandbox with tons of jobs to do. That's so cool. Pretty sure Andrew just snuck into Rusty's house. Yeah, Andrew's like around the corner, motorboating the dog. What? Boston should be in sell mode if things don't break right for them. No? Yes, 100%. If Boston is smart when they start this year and they suck, they should sell. Russ, I love the small touch of the background being empty. You recently moved, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. Yeah, we haven't unpacked the bar yet. We unpacked the physical bar, but we haven't unpacked the boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. I'm sitting in this room and there are a lot of boxes. So thank you for noticing. Yeah, we got the batleth out. We got the nickel beaver out. But then Fangirl says, hi, Irvin. And then Andrew says, very, very sneaky. What movie is that from? I'm very, very sneaky. I really like Zach as a 2C. Because he's a big body and we need some size at center. We do. Yeah. We absolutely do. Sensei Dean Y. Who was the 7th defenseman? Karmanoff. He's worth taking a chance on. The 7th defenseman? Karmanoff? I don't recognize the name, Sensei. Bob Bluger. Gary Wesman. Damn, I didn't realize Sherwood was 30 already. He's probably looking for a big contract because it'll be his last. Yeah, there's a good chance. So, I mean, if he gets 3 or 4 years, that'd be a little bit surprising, but you never know. I'm excited for the no frills dance this season. Yes. I'll just be like, no frills, no frills. I got some frills for you right here. Russ is a full-on hippie now, crying. Yeah. Yeah, look at me being a hippie. Calvin and Charlie, number 1 fan equals freaky ninja, laugh out loud. Yeah. My latest show obsession is the summer I turned pretty. I've read the books, 2 more episodes left. Yeah, I didn't know that was books before. I saw that. What was that on? Is that on Netflix or Prime? I can't remember. I think my wife might watch that. Next topic, bandwagoning. And then in Confetti's like, go Sharks, go. In Confetti. Jumping on the Sharks bandwagon, eh? Top off that topic is Hachiko, right? Big Mac, laugh out loud, JK. Good junk food? Good junk food. Your mic keeps cutting out. Is it okay now? Yes, lots of bandwagon Canucks fans. They only fans. We are only fans when they win. Your mic keeps cutting out. Okay, I hope it's okay now. I did move it a little bit. Hope everything's still connected. I am jumping on Hachiko's bandwagon. Fair enough. Straight up, my son is a person needing being questioned. Winky face. Motorboating the dog is crazy. Laugh out loud. Trevor's right back here, man. Trevor is first one. Hey, yeah. What's up, Trevor? Oh, yeah. You got this for me? Oh, thanks, Trevor. He's still got his stick, right? We got the stick here. The Trevor Linden stick. Try not to hit the roof here. So Trevor Linden still. I mean, I'm not going to ask Trevor Linden to like unpack my bar for me, right? Like he is just here for looks. So here, Trevor, thank you very much. You can have your stick back now. Thank you. Trevor is still here. Not gonna lie, I yelled at the TV Friday night. Chiefs versus Chargers, both the Eagles spitting event and the Chargers hitting Kelsey in the helmet are both bad. Yep. But I think spitting is worse, right? Swerving that's why I say go after Zaka. He would be cheaper than other 2Cs out there. Yeah. Calvin and Charlie. Oh yeah, Trevor, don't forget about the Orca 2 in the box. Laugh out loud. He's not in the box. He's out. Yeah, the whale is out. Trevor Linden's out. And Lloyd. Lloyd is probably right behind me, isn't he? Lloyd? Did you just... Lloyd! He's so creepy. Todd Pettersson, Hoglander, had a slow start, and then the injury caused me to waive him. Kind of a bummer for my fantasy team. I hoped he'd get 30 goals. He might get 30 goals this year, but Todd, he's not on your team anymore. That's not going to help you. Russ, that's no frills dance was more of a Trump dance. Laugh out loud. Zach says, hi, fangirl. And then fangirl says, hi, McNatty. Gary Wiseman feels like Russ' current hair could easily be styled into a lawyer's wig. Yeah. Get some more curls on the side, like those old-timey white wigs, right? It's on Prime, Russell. Okay, that's where I saw it. Let's go, Leafs! Go, Leafs, go, says Zach. Zach, thoughts on Marner? He just needs to dye it white, and then he's got the look, eh, Gary? Leafs are never winning the cup, says Colin. Dress up in lemon outfit for a no frills party. Just wear all yellow. No frills party. Excellent, Calvin. Exactly, Calvin. I also think the Oilers are the Leafs of the West. Yep, you're right. But the Oilers have actually made it past the second round of the playoffs. So I'm sorry, Prickfetti, but I'm going to have to say that Winnipeg is Toronto of the West. Taco Tuesday. It is Taco Tuesday, isn't it? I should have gotten some tacos. You had way more hardcore Canucks fans at the old Pacific Coliseum when the prices went way up and they moved. You got the corporate bandwagoneers. Yep, Sensei, you were absolutely right. Laugh out loud. Can Lloyd be the 2C? I think he could. He would just like scare people with his stare. Is Lloyd and Trevor kissing behind the bar? What are they doing back there? Monocle. Laugh out loud, JK. Colin Whitehead. We should do a Flying V 4th jersey for next season with Johnny, or a Johnny Canuck one. Maybe the Vancouver Canucks should wear the Abbotsford Canucks jerseys. Right? Because that's the thing, is the Abbotsford Canucks use Johnny Canuck as their symbol. Also, by the way, everyone, this hat, as much as I love it, it does not fit my big old head. Do you see this? I've got it on the 2 last tabs there. But it does not fit my head even like that. Like it barely, maybe it's a tight squeeze. So I might have to give this hat away. I think we might have to do that. To one of you beautiful people, I think. Okay. You gotta watch Dancing with the Stars season 34 starts next week. I bet you my wife will be watching. Who will you hire to hang out with behind the bar if you reach 1,500? J-Pat, Finn, Thomas Grudine, Jeff Cowan. Maybe we can just get my wife in here again, eh? That's fair. Big Fetty, yeah, that's fair. I'm just happy we aren't the Atlanta Thrashers anymore. That was scary. Besides Buff. Yeah, Big Buff was scary. Okay. So we're going to wrap up pretty quick here, guys. I did want to go over one last thing before we go. So here is something I want to show you guys. So this came out just the other day. So this is the best teams versus the Seattle Kraken and the worst teams versus the Seattle Kraken, right? So statistically, the best left winger in the entire NHL against the Seattle Kraken last year, Drew O'Connor. He's now a Vancouver Canuck. The best left-handed defenseman against the Seattle Kraken last year, Marcus Pettersson. He's now a Vancouver Canuck. And now for the Chaos Giraffe cherry on top, the best third best right defenseman against the Seattle Kraken was Tyler freaking Myers. Tyler Myers was one of the best defensemen. Now, we do have to look at this. Phil Hronik sucked against the Kraken. He was the worst right-handed defenseman against the Kraken. And both Demko and Lankinen were the two worst goalies in the whole NHL against the Kraken. So, I'm hoping we can get a little bit more of this and a little less of this season against the Kraken. So, yeah, back to the bar. The Oilers are spending too much on forward players like the Leafs did before Marner left. Yeah, and that is how the Edmonton Oilers are just like the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's that core four, but they kind of have like a core five, right? Because the Oilers, they don't have much cap space left. They have $225,000 left in cap space. And if you look at their highest paid players, Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, right? So you got 14 plus 12.5. So that's 26.5. And then 37.1. And then 46.35. So they're paying over $46 million to four players, which is insane. I think I'm considered a diehard fan. Yes, you are absolutely a diehard fan. Okay, let's I'm going to end this poll question now. Which prospect is going to make the team? Lekermacki, Willander, other comment in chat, or Coots. 41% of you are saying that Lekermacki is going to make the Vancouver Canucks. 37%, so it's actually pretty close, are saying that it will be Willander. And then 12% are saying other, and 8% are saying Coots. So very, very close on the poll question there today, kids. Not an Xmas movie. You don't want the Jets to be a Christmas movie? Me too, Andrew. Watching the Canucks definitely makes me want them to die. Makes me want to die sometimes. Yep. Gary Wiseman, the funniest man in chat. The Wings. Yeah, I've got wings now too. I agree. Canucks should rock an Abbey jersey as a third. Yes. Maybe do it to celebrate the Abbotsford Canucks winning the Calder Cup. People wish Crosby would come here, but imagine that what Aquilini would charge for tickets if that happened. Yep, you're right. I wonder after McCrybaby signs for 17 plus million, how they will build a good team around him. You're not going to be able to, even if you increase the salary cap as high as they think it's going to go. Welcome to the party of big heads, Russ. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. I have one too. To know them one size fits all hats, I need a 7-1-22 hat. Oof, laugh out loud. Yeah, look at this. It's a lie. One size does not fit all. So why are Lekermacki and EPD, not DPD, in the my book part of this team? They should be promoted to season regulars at this point. Connor, I think they will both start. I think Lekermacki is going to start in the AHL unless he does something amazing in training camp. But I think Elias Pettersson will be playing on the Vancouver Canucks next year. And Big Mac just sent a picture of his bunny. You guys see that? Look at that bunny. Not gonna lie, I almost put myself on the IR yesterday. I ran to get the landline as it was ringing, accidentally slid on the linoleum floor, and my big toe hurt all day after that. Oh no. I'm on the same, my right ankle. I don't know why my right ankle hurts. I don't know why, but my right ankle is killing me today. Laugh out loud, Gary. Isn't Gary so funny? Russ, your hair is making me crack up. Next stream, we demand to see you wearing curlers. Yeah. Should I get my hair permed? Uh-oh, can the giraffe outweigh the goalies? Yeah, I bet you the giraffe does outweigh the goalies. Chaos giraffe. The rink on Renfrew, what a time, eh? Now it's the Women's Day. The ladies are playing the hockey. PWHL. Yeah, I'm super excited for that, Todd, aren't you? Hi, Connor. Demand. That's it. I've seen enough. Trade Heronic. Laugh out loud, JK. Chaos giraffe has really turned it around. Maybe it's just the contract. I think a big part of it is foot. But I mean, one thing I will say, and I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but Tyler Myers said at the media availability, he said, I think foot reads the room and a player's better than most. He's going to help the group even more. So I think foot has been actually a big part of Tyler Myers becoming better. Connor says, hey, fangirl. And then Connor says, if McDavid gets a bigger contract than Draisaitl, Oilers will be forever to forced to shed more depth. Yep. And they already lost 5 forwards. 52 players to 5, laughing and crying. He said Die Hard, so I said the most controversial thing about the Die Hard movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Total cap is like 95 million, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I like them. Kraken got a soft spot for Joey Decord as he was my fantasy goalie that saved the day quite a bit, made up for Shesterkin. Yeah, fair enough, Todd. Sometimes that's how it goes, right? Suddenly you have a player on your team and yeah, I get it. Impic Fair Trust, 90 million for McMoney and the other 5 million split between the others. 90 million a year for McMoney. Andrew, this season, yes, it goes up over 100 mil next season. Yeah, it's simple. Andrew, but to still have 52 million for the 5 players. Yeah, it's crazy. Bad Santa is the best seasonal movie. Is wild. We just need a better power play and we will be thumbs up, in my opinion. Party. That's my party thing. Russ, in my franchise mode, when I start the season, the team had 125 million at the end of the season. I have 158 now. Okay, so you've turned off salary caps. You've turned off your salary caps. Yeah, Andrew, that's why I called the Oilers the Leafs of the West. Can't donate your hair if you do certain things like perm. Okay, then we won't perm my hair. Hrenek will get be traded for sure if he doesn't up his game. Yeah, you never know. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up there. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. It's been a lot of fun just to get a quick check-in. I will hopefully have the studio unpacked, the bar ready to go for you guys with some more drinks and stuff on the shelves, but we'll see how she goes. We will be live again for the Prospects games. So we're going to be live on September the 13th and September the 14th, what I just found out about the 14th. So we're going to be live for both Prospects games. I hope that they actually put them on Canucks.com. I have no confirmation at this point. I don't know if we're even going to be able to watch it, but we were able to watch all of the games for the Young Stars tournament last year. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. Coffee's done just before the stream ends. It's already 8:15. But yeah, so we are going to be live on September the 13th. So look ahead to that. We're very excited. We got Canucks hockey coming back. So it's going to be great. I'm very, very excited, guys. It's been way too long. We've been waiting far too long for the Canucks to get back on the ice. And it's going to happen now. It's going to happen now. Believe you me. Saturday, 6 o'clock. So it'll be a bit of an earlier start than we're used to, because normally we're a 7 o'clock start. But as you see on here, it is a 6 o'clock start. Let's see. I think it says. Yeah. So it'll be a 6 o'clock start on September the 13th. And then it's going to be a 4 o'clock start on the 14th. And we're going to be live during both of those. Okay. So thank you everyone very much for being here. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to Dobby. Thank you to the ghost who's now living in my house, apparently. And we'll see you guys all on Saturday for our first hockey game stream of the year. Prospects game against the Kraken, Saturday night, 6 o'clock. We'll see you there. And remember, until then, my name is Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect. And make sure that you make good choices.